Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to Phoenix. We're actually in Scottsdale and we're at my sister's house. We've just gotten back from an 11-week trip in Baja, and I just showed you earlier in the footage how completely filthy the camper was, so we've had a chance to clean the camper and get organized for our next little jaunt.
More adventures.
We've had some serious adventures in the last 11 weeks. What if you could name your top 3 things about Baja? What would you say?
Well, that'd be pretty tough.
I think the top thing we can both agree on was tacos. Was the food. The food in Baja was pretty amazing.
Definitely tacos, top 3 on my list, I would say.
Yeah.
I think the other one's just the weather. We had good weather the whole time, and the whole idea was to get away from cold winters with chest-high snow and all that. So that's good. And then the second thing I liked was just finding these remote spots. So being able to drive down dirt washboard roads that you felt like you wanted to get off a lot of times, but you just kept on going. You would end up in this place where you had a beach all by yourself, or a small little town that you just couldn't believe was there. And so that was probably those are my 3 favorite things: tacos, the weather, and then just finding one-off spots in the truck camper.
I think the one thing that I really loved about those one-off spots was that they really had completely the full-on Mexican culture still. And we saw that vary from city to city. We saw cities that were completely Mexican culture. There were no gringos, and they basically were doing the same life that they always do. And then we saw a lot of towns that had pretty much catered the entire town now to a gringo presence and tourism. So there was not a ton of Mexican culture left. They were still fun to visit and had lots of things to do, but it was just a completely different experience. So I really enjoyed getting to those really out of the way towns and seeing how people really lived and ate. That was the best thing. Good tacos there too. For me, I would say my top 3 things.
So that wasn't one of the top ones? You just went on that rant?
I was
Wow.
just going off on what your top 3 thing was.
Okay.
Other than the food, which we've now I think discussed, the things that I really liked were the fact that the pace of life down there is a lot slower and more laid back. Things always get done, but they don't necessarily get done immediately right away, and so you do need to get used to that. It's definitely a not stride down the street at your fastest pace kind of lifestyle. It's really more of a stroll down the street.
They're very family oriented still.
Yeah, very family oriented. Everybody's just really laid back. Because we don't speak the language, I would say my other favorite thing is that you're not really getting bombarded with a lot of advertising and messages all the time, and it's just a lot of a quieter mind space. For me, I do speak Spanish, but I have to really think about it to translate, and so if I kind of just turn my brain off, I can hear all the background noise, but I don't know exactly what's being said, so it's actually kind of more like white noise, so super relaxing.
So what were your 3 things then?
Food, tacos,
yeah.
Laid back lifestyle, and just kind of a quieter, not getting bombarded with a lot of advertising and messages. And really the main thing from that is we don't have a TV, so that's helped a lot.
We also pay for YouTube, so we don't have YouTube ads.
Yeah.
So what were your favorite places? What were your 2 or 3 favorite places?
Believe it or not, I would say Cabo definitely makes my top
Cabo?
3. Not for the reasons you
touristy.
think. I know. We actually had the pleasure of staying on a family compound. It was an Airbnb, and it was one of the very first founding families of Cabo.
Yeah.
They'd been on that same property for many, many generations.
9 kids were raised there.
9 kids just this particular generation.
That generation.
And
grandkids now.
There's still many brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews all still living on the property, including a restaurant that was delicious. Because we became friendly with this family, they really kind of took us under their wing and showed us the insider view of Cabo for many things. And then on the other hand, we did get to act like tourists. Our daughter came to visit us. She flew down from Oregon and spent 10 days with us. And so we did a lot of the touristy things, like take a whaleboat tour, see Los Arcos, the arches up close. We went on an ATV four-wheeler tour. So we did a lot of fun things also. And it really just showed that Cabo has a little bit of something for everybody. You can be completely touristy if you want, but there is a lot of local culture still if you want to get immersed in that. One of my favorite things to do on Friday night was do the art walk and just talk to the local artists and see what kind of art they're putting out in the world. It was beautiful.
So you really like Cabo San Lucas?
I really like Cabo. And then probably we have two beaches that we had to drive very kind of rough and remote roads. One was called Agua Verde. And it was just like this sleepy little town, literally like
Playa Conejo was still the best, though.
Yeah, and Playa Conejo was the best. That was on the Pacific side.
We had our own little beach.
And we had our own private beach for about 5 days. We literally saw nobody except a guy driving in a pango or a fishing boat twice a day. He would drive by but literally just us and a lot of crabs.
That was cool.
That was cool. Yeah, do you have any other favorite place you want to add?
No, those are both, those would be the highlights.
Those were the highlights.
Yeah, we have in completely two different settings. So
yeah,
it was nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that we did a good job there. So we had a good time in Baja, but now we're in Phoenix and we're kind of making the transition, kind of U.S. living, which is a little different. And then
it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
Big culture shock.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a little weird.
Just the pace of life and like prices. Like what?
Yeah. We don't like either one of them.
You mean the tacos not $1.25?
I know, right?
What's happening?
Exactly right. Okay.
So we're using this time in Phoenix, both to regroup, clean the camper, kind of close out our time in Baja, fill in the wardrobe gaps. We've been really traveling since last June. So it's been really hard in our wardrobe. Time to get some new socks, things like that, some t-shirts.
Got some holes in places.
Things have some holes and stains. We have to get some more chicken strips and dog food for Sophie.
We do need that.
She's a little chicken strip fiend, and she'll sit so well for a chicken strip. So we're going to Costco a little bit later to get some of those. So why are we in Scottsdale and Phoenix area?
I don't know why. Tell us.
Well, first and foremost, here to see my family.
Yes.
My sister lives here,
yes.
And we invited my mom and her husband Giles to come visit. So it was really, really good to spend some quality time with my family. I hadn't seen my mom in almost 2 years, so it was really lovely to see them and hang out with my sister. And actually just, sleep in a real bed, do some laundry, just like the everyday chores. It was nice.
Okay, so we did that.
We did that. We went to some stores. We shopped, did a little retooling of the wardrobe. Went to Old Navy, Nordstrom Rack. We had to buy some luggage. And we're also using this time to plan our next adventure.
Yes. We're ready for another adventure.
We're ready for another adventure. And we're not telling you exactly what that adventure is.
No, we're not telling you.
But we are going to show you what we're doing to prep for it. And then in the next few weeks, we'll big reveal on what we're doing next.
Gotcha. So we'll show you the video of some of what we've been doing here in Phoenix. And then tomorrow morning, we pack up the truck camper and we head towards Houston. It'll probably take us 3 days, maybe 2-3 days. 3 days to get there, and we'll go find some camping spots. Looking at some hot springs right now. Might be cool.
Next Saturday, we actually are going to spend all this time with Sean's side of the family.
Hey.
His niece is getting married.
My niece is getting married.
And he's going to be walking his mom down the aisle.
Yes, that's true as well.
And the oldest of the 3 sisters' youngest daughter is getting married.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it should be a beautiful day.
TMI. Okay.
We're going to show you some footage of what we've been up to in fast motion, slow motion, show you some pictures.
So we got a recap of our time in Baja, and then we can show you what we've been doing here in Phoenix. And we think that's it.
We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything here, at least to stay alive. And the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You will be the last one I think about. When it all breaks down, I'll wait for you right here. And I swear that we got nothing to fear. It's a miracle that you and I are finally here. I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You will be the last one I think about. The last one I think about. Oh, oh, oh.
In front of you, Gina. Whoa! No way!
Free taco day. We thought it was gonna be a no taco day.
A no taco day turned into a 3 taco day. Yay! So that sucks. I woke you up snoring. Ho! Ho! Woo! Rainbow! Rainbow!